Saving the whales is a hot topic that becomes life-threatening on King 5 News.
Well, I didn't know it, but I drove the whale catchers crazy with anger.
For example, they don't know how many whales there are out there in the Puget Sound.
On a summer day in 1970, King 5 investigative reporter Don McGaffin is covering the capture of whales near Whidbey Island when he reveals a disturbing fact. Several orcas have died during these roundups. The next day, the whale catchers are outraged, and when McGaffin returns to the bay by boat, he becomes their target.
They're going to try to throw up some waves or swamp us, I guess.
We saw them, and all of a sudden, all 5 charged at us. Well, they almost tipped us over, and that was the idea, to tip us down. That terrified me.
And I must interrupt because now there is another boat coming at us from the rear. Frank, here comes another boat at us.
This alarmingly close call does little to stifle McGaffin. Instead, he strikes back with more reports.
And I pounded at whale catching for the next 4 years. And finally, we got the state of Washington to halt all captures of killer whales.
A year later, his story about one local girl changes the nation.
It's probably the most devastating film ever seen on television.
During a visit to what's now Children's Hospital, McGaffin is shaken by the sight of this small patient. Her name is Kim.
Kim,
can you sit up, sweetheart?
And there she was, 4 years old. She burned from under her chin to her ankles. She was a cinder, and she was going to die.
The cause of Kim's head-to-toe burns is a nightgown that too quickly went up in flames. Doctors and nurses tell McGaffin it is a common occurrence.
All of our bad burns in probably the last 6 months have been from cotton nightgowns.
Kim's story is terrifying and needs to be told, but it will break the rules.
Ow! Ow!
Even today, the pictures are hard to look at.
As you know, you cannot show a picture of a naked body. You cannot show an injured body in a close-up shot. Well, we violated every one of those rules.
Did that sting a little, sweetheart?
The story airs at the top of the newscast for 30 emotional minutes.
That's the girl. We'll help you.
Thousands of letters are sent to the Secretary of Commerce, Pete Peterson, in Washington, D.C., prompting him to watch the special report himself.
And he watched that and cried. Turned out he has 2 little girls, same age. And 2 weeks later, he signed the first, historically, the first laws, so to speak, of flammable fabrics. We were all very, very proud of that.